Hey folks, well, another day. Listen to this. The wind is howling. You can't even walk outside without it blowing you, making you blowing you to the side or something. So I don't know. No bike ride today. I'm not going to go in the back country with the wind howling like this. It's bad. It's probably 40 knot gusts, maybe. Yeah, at least 40. Um, and it's gusty. That's the problem. It's not sustained. It just hits you all at once. So yeah, just doing odds and ends in here. I don't even want to attempt putting the bike on the rack. I don't want the wind blowing, putting force on the bike and me and knocking me over. So I was going to go to Walmart today, go down to Yuma, but I think today's just going to be a lazy day. I'm going to read and just hopefully this afternoon it will die a little bit. I don't know. Make my weekly salad. I can do that. That'll give me something to do for an hour. So yeah, this is just the life. Sometimes it's not. It's not perfect every day. So, although the sun is out, so that's a good thing. Yeah, and so that's it. Just a little recap, and I'm about ready here to have. Where are you? Can you see it? I don't even know if you can see it. There it is. Yeah, we're ready to have granola, banana, blueberries. I got my coffee all brewed, ready to go. Gonna sit in my little lounge here in the sun. This is a perfect setup. I love this setup. This works out really well. Yeah. So, all right. I'll catch back up with you later. There we go. I'm learning how to play with my cameras today. Today's just I don't know. It's a weird day. It's windy as hell. It's chilly out. So I'm just doing odds and ends here. We did go for a 1 mile walk. So that was something at least. We got out of the van. And worked with my Zumo Jeep Moto navigation system. Been playing around with that a little bit, trying to get used to it. The next couple of days on the bike, it should improve my navigation a little bit. I figured out how to record a trip that I'm on. So it'll leave like a breadcrumb and I'll be able to find my way back in case I get lost. I was a little nervous yesterday when I was out there. All the different turns I had to take and I couldn't figure out how to do the breadcrumb thing so I could follow my way back. I had to do it with memory. Luckily my memory is not too bad, so I was able to get back. And then I did a little reading. Organizing. I was gonna pack up. Twice I went out to pack up the bike, and it was just so windy. The way the van is, and the way the wind's hitting the back of the van, those gusts would have just. If I didn't have pressure holding the bike on the rack, the wind would actually blow the bike off. So I said, "Nah, I'm gonna wait." So I didn't get to load the bike. So I've been watching some YouTube, learning a few things. Molly and I are going to indulge. I know. I only give her a couple. Huh? You love Cape Cod potato chips, huh? So don't I. So don't I. I lived on Cape Cod for like, 40 years, I guess. And right in Hyannis is the plant, one of the plants. I think they have different plants around the country, but one of the main plant was on Cape Cod, right in Hyannis, in the industrial park. And I used to go by there all the time because the lumberyard that I used to get a lot of my supplies from, Shepley, I had to go right by this potato factory, and that's all you could smell all the time was, I don't know how they can work in that industrial park with this thing, pumping out potato chips, and that smell is in the air. It's something else. But anyway, yeah. So it's amazed I'm finding these chips all across the country. But again, I'm not sure. They should have. They should have on here a spot where it was distributed by Cape. Well, here, I'm reading it here. Distributed by Cape Cod Hyannis. Distributed, but it doesn't say that's where they're manufactured. I'm looking all over this bag to see if it says where it was produced. Cape Cod. Maybe they do. Maybe they do I was under the impression they had a couple of plants across the country. The plant's kind of decent size, but I don't think it's big enough to supply the whole country with chips. Yeah, see, I don't see anything on this bag indicating. It's got a barcode though here. Maybe if you could figure out the coding on this barcode, that would tell you where the plant was, but it doesn't say on here. Let's look at the ingredients page again, see if it says anything here. Potato. Yeah, it just says potato, vegetable oil, canola, sunflower, soybean, sea salt. That's it. That's all that's in here. And it doesn't say where. It doesn't say where this particular bag. Here I am. Where did I get that bag? Where did I buy that? Oh, right here in Yuma. When I was in Yuma the other day, that's where I got the bag. So I don't know. Maybe they do ship them from Massachusetts all the way out here. I have no idea. But all right. Going back to my movie. I'm watching a movie. Hey, I gotta tell you this. This is working out really good. The high boost, that cellular booster that I got, I showed you a couple of videos back that I installed. Again, here I'm getting like 1 bar without it. With it, let me show you. Here it is right here. So this is the setup. So, can you see that? No, you can't. Well, anyway, I'll take it off. So I have my phone, and I have it plugged in because I'm downloading a video. And this is the high boost. See? Right there. See? High boost. This is the indoor antenna. So let me turn the phone on. Okay, so see my signal? Well, where'd you go? Come on. Oh, I have to put my code in. Nope, wrong code. There it goes. Okay, there it goes. Oh, come on. I get slippery hands. So there's, come on, focus. Well, anyway, I got 4 to 5 bars. Every once in a while it will go to 5G, 5 bars. Right now it's 4 bars, but it goes back and forth. If I shut this off now, I'll probably screw up my download. Let me shut the high boost up. See, I got it plugged in. Oh, you can't see that. It's too dark. All right. So I just shut it off. I unplugged it. So the high boost is not working now. And look at that. Nothing. I have it flickers. There's a 1 bar flicker. Come on, why isn't this thing focusing in? It's a 1 bar flicker. How come I can't get it to focus? But anyway, you'll have to take my, see, it's 1 bar. All right, now let me go back. Let me hit the power button on it. It's 12 volt. Let me hit that. Make sure the little blue light's on. Is it on? Yeah. Okay, it's on. Okay, so let's go back over here again. Look at it again. There it is, 4 bars. So I went from a half, flickering on and off a half bar, to full 4, and it flickers occasionally to the full 5 bars. So this thing works big time. Yes, I am very happy with this high boost. It's working. So because it's and now what I did is I went into my menu here, and I clicked on mobile hotspot because I have unlimited hotspot. Oh, that's the other thing I want to tell you too, is this new service I have. I've had it now for a year, but I haven't said anything, so I think I'm gonna give my review on it now. So anyway, I have this unlimited hotspot with this service that I'm using, which is cellular service. And so I have the mini, let me turn it around here. So I have the mini Starlink set up as basically my backup now, and I'm still on the 50 gigabyte. That's $50 a month. I mean, that to me is an incredible expense, incredibly reasonable expense for 50 gigabytes. It's not unlimited. The unlimited is like 150 or 160. So I started with the 50, and then I pay $1 per gigabyte if I go over, which I haven't yet. And the way I'm setting this up is, like, right now I'm downloading a video, and I have YouTube on through my hotspot, through my unlimited cellular service. So if I were somewhere, which I was a week ago, I was using my Starlink Mini through the trees. I couldn't believe it. I was getting service through the trees. Obviously, they're not in full bloom with the foliage, but it still worked. So it's working. This whole system's working out pretty good. So I figured I'd just pass that on to you. If you want to save money, do get the high boost. It's like $489, but it's a one-time charge. That's it. And it's where well, I just showed you a flickering half bar to nothing to a full 4 bar flickering to 5 bars. I mean, I showed you the video. It's working. And I'm here in the Kofa Wilderness area between Yuma and Quartzsite, just north of I'm right on the edge of the Yuma U.S. Army proving grounds. There's no cellular, very little cellular here. I don't know how I'm even getting a half a bar, but I am, without the high boost. So getting back to the server, I was using for years and years and years. I must have been a 25-year subscriber to Verizon. In the last 5 years, they've just gone bonkers with their pricing. And I called many a times, try to readjust the plan that I have, and I'd get the cost down to where I felt it was reasonable, and they said, all right, you're all set now. And then 6 months later, they sneak in another $20 or whatever increase. So finally, I just said the heck with it, and I went with Reynolds Mint. I got a SIM. I had a couple of phones. I had a backup phone that I was just using as a backup. In case something happened to my main phone, I would have a phone right away that I could just take the SIM card out of, put it into my my backup phone. So what I did is I ordered a Mint card. I kept the Verizon for a couple of months, and I used the Mint when I went on trips and backpacking and motorbike riding in areas, and I wasn't really having any issues with Mint. I was getting, and I was comparing the two services, my regular everyday phone with Verizon and then my backup phone with Mint, and I would always have these phones with me, and I would, especially on these trips that I take, and I compared the signal, the service signals, and they were pretty much the same. I never had any issues with Mint. I did have last year this year when I was in Colorado, I dipped down a little bit into New Mexico. I was at that Caldera, that national park that's, if you go back maybe 8 videos back, you'll see where I was in Colorado, and then I left Colorado, headed south, and I went into this area where they have this volcanic caldera, and that's where I went. That's when I found the hot springs and all that stuff. There I was getting an issue with Mint, and the service, it kept coming up on the phone. I don't have a recognized cell service, and I couldn't make any calls, so I had to go back to using my other phone and Starlink. So when I finally did get out of that area, I called, because I have the phone number for Mint. I called them and I explained to them the situation. They said, "Oh, we had some sort of upgrade. We might have to upgrade your system. We'll reboot it." And because I guess the other people were having this issue. And knock on wood, it's been 6 months, 7 months now. And I have not gotten that in all the remote areas that I've been. I have not gotten that notification that my Mint service is not registered, or I don't have an authorized active service. So so whatever they did at their end, hopefully it solved it. Hopefully I'm not jinxing myself. But so anyway. Bottom line is, I should can Verizon. They weren't happy. I kept getting emails. What can we do? We'll lower the price. And then I found out later they did come out with a new plan. It's called Visible, and it's basically Verizon, but it's all automated. You cannot call anybody. It's all computerized. But they're still $45 a month, where Mint, I'm paying $25 a month for unlimited. Big difference. So that's what I went with. So I now have a couple of Mint SIM cards. I have a Mint SIM card in this camera right here. Oops. In this camera right here. This is my Vega LTE camera for security. So when I'm at a trailhead, when I'm away from the van, I'm in Walmart or I'm at a trail hiking or whatever, I turn that on, and because it's LTE and it's on I have a Mint card in it. As soon as somebody comes in, as soon as the camera goes off, it sends me a video and an email, and I mean within 2 seconds, because I test it all the time. Every time I come in from wherever I was and I open the door, my phone dings. You have your van camera, or whatever, I think van something has been activated. And that's what I use that for. So, and that one is only a 5 gigabyte a month, so that's only $15 a month that they charge me for that Mint. what they charge me for that plan, because you can get different plans, and the plan is basically how much gigabytes you get. The one I have, and I pay a whole year in advance, so I get a discount on that too. You get an extra 1 or 2 months free, which if you break it down, you average it, it brings down that monthly cost. So that's what I did with that one too. I pay the $15 annual fee for that, and then I paid a $25 annual fee for my phone. I just pay it right up full, and I don't do the month to month, because then it's a little more expensive that way. So that's an option for you guys if you're out here on the road and you need internet. That's the upfront is the high boost here. You got to pay for the hardware, so that's a one-time charge, and that would work. Now, you might not even have to use the Starlink. You might be able to get away with not having Starlink if you just had this. And occasionally you were in an area where there was absolutely no cell service. You wouldn't have any service for a day or until you left that area. So that might be an option for you guys. But I like having the backup, and it's only $50 a month. The Starlink. And so that's the way I look at it. And then when I'm not on the road, I'm back at my home base for a month or whatever. I just pause Starlink. You can pause it, and then you don't get billed until you hit the road again and you go back on the road. Then you turn it on. So my billing cycle is the 26th of every month. So let's say I hit the road on the 15th of the month. They pro charge me 11 days, and then they charge me for the 30 days in advance. They always charge you in advance. So it's not like if you turn it on in the middle of the month, they're going to charge you that whole month. No, they prorate the month that you activate it when you come back into service, but then they charge you the full 30 days after that. And then when you go to pause your service, if you pause it, my billing cycle again is the 26th. I don't know what everybody else is. So for me, if I pause it on the 24th or the 25th, it will say your service will be active for 1 or 2 days, and then that's it. If I pause it like on the 28th or the 30th of the month, I'm paying that whole 30. Now I'm into that next 30-day billing cycle, and I have to pay for the whole 30, that whole month, just because I waited 2 days to pause it into my new billing. So they don't prorate going forward. They'll only prorate when you start your cycle up again. Okay, so keep that in mind. Always know what your billing cycle is. So even if you only have 2 days left into your trip, you're probably better off just going online and pausing it and just winging it for 2 days. Use your high boost to get you through the last 2 days of your billing. It'll save you $50, if you know you're not going to use your Starlink for a month. So anyway, hopefully that was all good information, useful information for you guys. What else did I do? I put some new mounts in the van. I got these mounts here. These are I forgot what they call them. These here, what do they call these things here? RAM. That's it. RAM. All these RAM fittings that you have for your GoPro and your cameras, Well, I went online before this trip and I got a bunch of these little heads that have these T-clips on them. And the Revel van, we have these tracks. We have these like Ram tracks all over the place. They're there, I got them back there. So I went around the van where I thought I would be using these things. And I just installed a bunch of them everywhere. They just slide in, and then you turn and you lock it in. Now, you know, well, this is a magnet for putting it outside on the side of the van. But now I can, you know, I can have my camera hang here if I'm doing something here in the cockpit. I have another one up there that I mounted on the grab handle that I'm going to be doing some shots when I'm traveling. Little things, you know, hey, I'm trying to fill the day here, so I did little things like that to enhance my videoing a little bit here. And I want to use the GoPros more than the phone. The phone is bulky. I'm always afraid of dropping it, and the phone is what I do all my editing and everything on. That's my mini computer. And what I do is, where is it? I have this little gizmo here. It's a there it is. It's a little card reader, and it takes the full size memory card, and it takes the mini, you know, the little tiny one, and you just put it in the slot, and then you stick this in your phone, and then you go to your file menu, and you just click on files, and this comes up as memory stick 1 or something like that, and then just above it's my internal storage. I have 1 gigabyte on this phone, which I filled up. I had to delete a lot of stuff last night. So when I take the memory card off of my GoPros, I just stick them right in here, and then I just drag the video files off into my phone, and then there I go. I have my editing software is on my phone, and that seems to be working out pretty good. I can just lay in bed in the evening before I fall asleep and do some editing and cutting and stuff like that. So that I played around with that today, got that, you know, kind of worked. A couple of bugs I had, I get that worked out, especially my memory problem. I was running out of storage, so a lot of stuff. Once I download it on YouTube, I really don't need those files, especially the whole video. So I can delete that video of whatever trip I'm on, and save me a lot of memory that way. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my YouTube movie, and we'll catch you guys probably tomorrow. I won't end this video yet. We're probably going to go into Yuma tomorrow, and then we're going to we may come back here tomorrow night, and I think next weekend, this is Sunday, I think January 10th or 11th, I forgot. And I'm trying to think. I think next weekend they're opening up the RV show in Quartzsite. I think the tent's opening up next weekend. So I'm going to head up there. It's going to be a zoo. Wait till you see this. I just love it down here. I'm 20 miles, you know, I'm 20 minutes from Quartzsite, you know, 20 miles. It's just so peaceful down here. I have a lot of space between me and my neighbor. And if I don't want neighbors, this road is 15 miles long, and everybody's at this end. As soon as you go another mile or so down this dirt road, there's nobody. There are tons of open spots. I showed you when I first pulled in here. So if tomorrow night I may go further down. Hopefully the wind's going to die here. I don't know what's going on with this wind. And then, I won't have any neighbors. Like when I was on the bike, that guy was in the truck camper, 3 miles into the back country all alone. There's a guy that does not want to be bothered. So, yeah, I can see why. After you see what I'm going to be going through in Quartzsite, you're going to say, why do people do that? I don't know. All right, guys, catch you tomorrow. Have a good evening. Bye.